in the car like that one dude with the old lady. So that's the big problem. So what this guy did was like, I didn't have time to honk because he was having time. He was using his time to decelerate, get himself out of the situation. And now that he's out of the situation, he can say something. A lot of people think should honk, I should do this, and then maybe I can get myself out. No, get yourself out. Trust me, guys. Get yourself out. That's going to work 100% of the time if you do that versus honking. That's toss up. Now you're waiting for them to realize that they did something wrong and keep you safe. Keep yourself safe. Okay? You're the only one that should be able to do that. And you're the only one that's responsible to do that. I should take that back. Other people can keep you safe, but it's your responsibility to put that stuff in place. I want everybody to go over to Maple Leaf Rider, tell them hashtag DD from crew, join up. Hey man, great job. Give them some kudos. Okay, we never really see people do something good. It's very rare. And I want Maple Leaf Rider to have those kudos. I want him to understand what he's doing is right so he can keep doing it. Oh, lane merger. There you go. He rolled off the throttle, got himself out of there. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Steven, how you doing?
I didn't even have time to honk is how you cut me off. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody lived.
Hey, I love this guy. Whoa. I want this guy in the crew. Maple Leaf Rider. Of course, Canadian. You Canadians are so nice. So right here, this guy's going to merge into us. We don't know exactly why. It's not that big of a deal that we need to know why. We just need to know that we need to stay staggered so we're away from him. So he's in a good position already. Great line of sight. Look at the space cushion he's got. Escape routes. Okay, remember, it's not just left or right for escape routes. You can accelerate or decelerate. So braking and acceleration can also be an escape route, especially if you combine it with, like lane filtering. So when we see this part right here, so as soon as he sees this, he sees that the car is coming in. He's applying some brake pressure. Good. So his escape path to the left is taken away. You notice how he went from lane position 2 to like right here. So a little bit closer to 1 to increase the space from him to the vehicle. Decelerate to increase the space once again because this vehicle is slowing down too. So he's moving over, slowing down, and he's not honking the horn. He says he didn't have time to do so, but this is exactly what I want you guys to do. Get yourself out of the situation first. That's it. Do it first, and then go ahead and do this next part. You see how he went all the way over here? And now he's doing a head check. Damn, he's got good 360 situation awareness, baby. Moving over. Double head check, triple head check. This part I'm okay with. There was no honking of the horn. There was no rev bombing. And now we're in a safe spot because he double checked, triple checked. And now he's going to let him know, hey, man, you almost hit me. And then when he talks about it,
You cut me off, dude.
he waits for a saved opportunity to say something.
I didn't even have time to honk is how you cut me off.
And that's really the thing, is a lot of people don't have time to honk or rev bomb. They decide to do so, but then as soon as they do it, they realize, oh crap, I'm side by side with the vehicle, and they're getting closer and closer and closer, and they get more and more pissed and start smacking the car like that one dude with the old lady. So that's the big problem. So what this guy did was like, I didn't have time to honk because he was having time. He was using his time to decelerate, get himself out of the situation. And now that he's out of the situation, he can say something. A lot of people think should honk, I should do this, and then maybe I can get myself out. No, get yourself out. Trust me, guys. Get yourself out. That's going to work 100% of the time if you do that versus honking. That's toss up. Now you're waiting for them to realize that they did something wrong and keep you safe. Keep yourself safe. Okay, you're the only one that should be able to do that, and you're the only one that's responsible to do that. I should take that back. Other people can keep you safe, but it's your responsibility to put that stuff in place. I want everybody to go over to Maple Leaf Rider, tell them hashtag DD from crew, join up. Hey man, great job. Give them some kudos. Okay, we never really see people do something good. It's very rare. And I want Maple Leaf Rider to have those kudos. I want him to understand what he's doing is right so he can keep doing it. Oh, lane merger. There you go. He rolled off the throttle, got himself out of there. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Steven, how you doing?
I didn't even have time to honk is how you cut me off. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody lives.
Hey, I love this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want this guy in the crew. Maple Leaf Rider. Of course, Canadian. You Canadians are so nice. So right here, this guy's going to merge into us. We don't know exactly why. It's not that. What is up, everybody? Is everyone having a good day? We're about to get started real quick. Welcome to the lobby of the firehouse, where we're going to have some nice juicy MotoStars Crash compilation stuff going on. We're going to go ahead and watch everything. So go ahead and make your way into the classroom. Let's go ahead and do that. It's weird how this is the same mic in the lobby. Anyways, guys, we're going to get started real soon on this video right here. Make sure you guys sign in. But while I'm letting everybody come on in, I want to know where you guys are from. Thursdays, I think, are one of the best classes. Tuesdays are great. You know, it's the first class of the week, but it gets a little interesting. You know, I got to get warmed up. I'm all warmed up now. So how you guys doing? Hi, Alex. How you doing? Danger Ranger. Chelsea. Woo. Evo Sting. I was about 3 months ago right now about an accident. Guy pulled out in front of me, but luckily I'm almost back to 100%. Hey. Oh, I won't be able to bend my wrist back. Ooh. Hopefully you're doing all right. Hey, you know, there's other things. Red Zone Rider, how you doing, man? How you doing? Go ahead and sit up front. You can go ahead and sit up front. Now, rookie members, did they clean the bathroom yet? Have they finished? No? All right. If we get more rookies, maybe you guys can help out. If you guys want to join, click that join button. We're going to get started real soon. We do about an hour or so talking about this video, and then we spend about 30 minutes or so doing a Q&A. Thursdays are date nights with Nikki. You know, if you guys watch Nikki's adventures on the bike, we're going to go ahead and go for a nice bicycle ride, though. So it's cooled off. It means warmed up a little bit. You know, it's not too hot, not too cold. What you guys doing? Rotterdam, Netherlands, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see. L.A. Good day, Angelo. Utah. Thomas, you'll scrub the toilet. All right, become a member. You know, you don't have to. If you're not members, you don't have to clean the toilets, okay? Also, what we do here, guys, is that we sign into class for the credit for class. So if you haven't signed in yet, click that like button. That gets you to sign in. You know, it'd be pretty interesting, because when you click the like button, it gets automatically added to your liked playlist. I wonder if some of you guys only like this class, and I wonder what your playlist looks like. I wonder how many, Riding Smart classes you guys have been a part of. You know what I mean? Joaquin's vlogs. Hey, you've been thinking about me, man. Big Cat Scrappy. It's okay. No rush. I think once we hit 200 likes, we'll get started, though. 200 likes. We're at 130. Guys, we had an amazing start. I think we had, 80? Scarlett, how many people do we have? Speed limit? How many did we have before class started? 80, 90? That's the most I've ever seen. It's absolutely insane. Big shout out, everybody, to the mod team out here. So if you see somebody with a wrench next to their name, don't piss them off. They're chiefs. Okay? You know, rookies, don't piss off the chief. But quick shout out to them. You guys have been helping out way, not too much, but I'm way appreciative of how much. There you go. That's how I was going. Will a cop give me a ticket for practicing with my motorcycle in my neighborhood? No. I don't think they will. I'm not gonna say, yes or no, but I don't think in your neighborhood. Now, if you're on private property and you choose not to leave after, the owner says get off, or if the cop says get off, then you're technically trespassing. Just let the cop know that what you're doing, I'm practicing, I got my cones out, I'm practicing my U-turns, figure eights. I'm trying to be a safe rider, a smart rider. Tell them about the channel. I don't think you'll be in trouble. Okay. Just listen to what the cop has to say. And then, if the cop does say, hey, go ahead and leave after you've explained everything, then I would leave. Was it a direct order or a lawful order? I don't know. There's a video in here about a cop. We'll go over that. Rider Guy, thank you so much. I learned so much from you and have been practicing. $20 donation. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, if you subscribe or become a member or donate, your name goes down there. We're in the classroom so everybody can see. 160 likes, guys. We're going to get started pretty soon. Remember to sign in, click that like button. What's up, DDFM? I finally got to set up an MSF weekend from Terrell. Hey, Terrell, dude, I haven't seen you in a while. Terrell Redfoot, haven't seen you in a while. You're finally set up with an MSF this weekend. That's good. That's real good. If you've been practicing any of the stuff that we've been talking about here, you should be good. We usually focus on situational awareness on this channel, but pretty soon we're going to be going into some more fundamental training, maybe some gear reviews, maybe some rescue training. Slowly but surely we're getting there. This is a marathon, not a sprint, okay? But if you want to check out more stuff, we have the Motorcycle Training Concepts channel. That is the curriculum we use here at the Firehouse. Jose Rojo, love your content. Hey, thank you for doing this for us beginners. Hey, no problem. And a lot of these things you can carry on with your life. And that's what I want you guys to realize. I want you to always be situation aware, always be fundamental, or always maintain your fundamental skills, whatever it is you're doing. Basket weaving, hey, you know, Doty After Crash podcast. I really want to get, I thought about that. I was thinking about interviewing some people that crashed and then seeing what they're all about, but it's kind of hard to get people to talk about their crash. Turns out it's actually pretty traumatic. So I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to bring any bad memories to some of these people. So I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Got your soccer practice cones today. Next non-rainy day, the Rocket 3R and I are going out for some practice. Woo! Yeah. I'm going to be sharing more stuff behind the scenes, some more motorcycle training. I do have a lot of really cool, fun designs that I'm going to be working really hard on for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Really trying to get it going. But I'm going to be sharing some of those things on Patreon, everybody. So patreon.com/standinthefireman. You're going to get entered into the motorcycle gear giveaway. You're going to get behind the scenes stuff. The class syllabus for every Tuesday and Thursday class goes up early for patrons, and you can download it as a PDF. It has all my notes and everything. Kind of get some behind the scenes, some mental thoughts that I have. And right now we're collecting questions for a Q&A and Ask Me Anything for Matt and I. Matt's a sales, finance, everything. He knows everything about buying and selling motorcycles, and I'm more focused on the safety. So we're going to answer all those questions, put it up for a PDF next week, and answer some more every week. Guys, we're giving away a lot on that channel, or on that channel, on Patreon. You know, the gear giveaway, $800 worth of RevZilla gift cards every month. We're going to see if we can up it to 1,000. And then also, if you sign up, you get my ebook for free right now. So that's a $5 to join. The ebook's it's $10. Boom, already good deal right there. But we're trying to give more and more back. I'm hoping to turn it into more of a mentorship thing. So learn basically what I'm talking about. Learn about my insights. Almost, guys, 200 likes. We're gonna get started. You gotta get 200 people signed into class. We'll go ahead and get this going right here. In fact, we'll go ahead and have this play in the background. And we'll just let it play. Let's go and put that on mute for me. It's a little bit loud. Sport on YouTube, that's perfectly fine, Mike. I've been sharing a lot of future videos to members recently. So if you're a member, $2, you get the mustache and all that stuff. It's just a great way to support. Oh, I don't appreciate that. It's a great way to support. It helps out the channel, and it allows me to really focus on some future things that I think are going to be really helpful. So we're going to get started. We're going to watch this. We're going to watch this pretty soon. Red Zone Rider. I'm thinking of doing a similar series to you. Would you be offended if I did similar style safety vids, react vids? No. Go ahead. I only have 2 point. Oh, yeah, dude, no problem. The more people that have an opinion on these things and then come from a perspective of safety, I don't want, here's the thing, Red Zone, learn a little bit on this, is that learn from me, because I did kind of start saying this kind of stuff, is don't go down the route of talking down. Don't go down the route of condemning. Go down the route of wanting to help. So do that. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do it. The more people that do it, the better, to be quite honest. Evo Stig or Evo Sting, you'd love to talk about your crash with me? Once we get some stuff, that's another project I want to do. I got like 30 projects and they're all pinned and I'm pulling the trigger on like 3 of them right now. So trust me, we got plenty of cool things happening. 185 likes, guys. 15 more likes. We're going to get started. If you haven't liked yet, go ahead and get in there. Gold level rider. Yeah, dude, do it. Red zone, do it. Please do. Please do. Julio. Hey, man. Abby, the ebook digital only. Yeah. So you get the ebook for you sign up on Patreon. The lowest tier is tier 0. It's $5. You get Discord role entered into the giveaway, my ebook. You get access to the class syllabus Tuesdays and Thursdays. You get access to the question and answers. You get all that for $5. It helps out a lot. It really does. Yeah, once we got some worth of stuff, we're working on a lot more stuff, guys. Don't worry. What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. This is gonna be a good video, I can already tell. We got some good stuff. How you doing, 82? How you doing? All right, it looks like we're gonna get started. We got 198 likes. I think we can get it started. Yeah. There we go. Nice intro. But remember, class, make sure you click that sign in button, which is the like button. Okay. Whew. The red egg. I feel good. I feel good. It's windy here, like 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts. Any tips for riding in heavy wind or just don't? It's all about risk management. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. It's pretty scary. It's gonna tire you out quickly. Just be very careful. If you seriously don't feel comfortable at all, I'm not gonna give you a tip that's gonna help you get into it. Hey, Peter Friedrich entered the giveaway, baby. One thing I will do for like a crosswind. So if the wind's coming in, if the wind is going, let's do this hand. So if the wind's coming in from on my left, I guess you're right. So this side. If the wind's coming this side, going this way, I got my sweats on. Look, I'm like wearing gray on gray. Hey, I'm comfy. I'm comfy here at the firehouse. I'd stick your knee out. I did a video on that. So it's basically a sail and it's gonna help you with that crosswinds. But high winds is very scary. All right, guys, we're gonna get going. We gotta get going. 212 likes. Newbie, what beer conditioner? Oh, none. It's a little. I have naturally wavy beard hair. I need to get it trimmed. You need to get trimmed. All right, guys. All right, we gotta get going. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, salt, brother.
The biker quickly realized that it was impossible to settle with this driver.
Non-issue. You saw the opening in the lane? That person was trying to take it. Oh! What? And then he's gonna speed off in the shoulder. Okay, here we go. Alright, so right here, take a look at what we're doing. We're gonna be zigzagging through. Alright, so you have to understand when you lane split or you start doing stuff like this, a big hazard that you're gonna have is anybody wanting to switch lanes. So it's a merging issue, a path of travel issue. So we talk about this all the time. Okay, big open gap right here, everybody. You should know this. Big open gap. Now, since there's no one here, no one's going to go to the right. Nobody's going to go to the right, or left and right, all that stuff. The main thing is you start to see the brake lights here. Brake lights should put you in orange stage, especially when you only have this much room. Okay, so be very careful with that. You see them slowing down, you start seeing the side of this vehicle. You see how it's a little different. With the point of view, you know this person is trying to switch lanes. I mean, class, who else thinks that this person is trying to switch lanes? I mean, doesn't it look like it? If you look at the screen right here, doesn't it look like this person right here? Let's go ahead and make this right there. Doesn't it look like they're trying to switch lanes? They're slowing down to kind of do this. They're just kind of like, they're slowing down to go into this lane. I mean, natural behavior, you kind of understand that. You already see it. So when you see that, go into orange stage. Go ahead and prep and ready for it. Start squeezing that throttle, or not throttle. Start squeezing that brake if you have to. Get yourself out of this situation. Now, 35, you know, you're supposed to be going 35 miles an hour.
To settle with this
This person's still in their lane. Still in their lane. Never really passes. Never really passes. We put ourselves in that spot. So this is completely our fault if we're the rider. We literally put ourselves in danger by getting close to this vehicle. And honestly, technically, look at this. They're still in their lane. So this is when I said this is a non-issue. This person got pissed off. All right, so end of story. Leave it alone. Now you go on with your day, motorcycle rider. Go on with your day. Why do you think that there's no one here? Why did that vehicle not take that spot? Because that vehicle is trying to get over here. Okay, so if you saw that, let them in. Non-issue. They're right behind you. They wanted to switch all the way to the right. Cool. So you do that. This person is understandably upset at this dumb motorcycle rider. You know, this could be a dumb Jeep Cherokee driver. I don't know. Either way, we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. This is not how I want you guys to act. Especially this part right here. Let's go ahead and... I almost got it on time. That's kind of stupid. Cero with the 199. Thank you so much. That's kind of stupid. Don't do that. And then once you do that... See, this is what I always don't get. So people will punch mirrors, act like idiots, and then they take off. You know, if you had the conviction to do that, why don't you stay around a little bit? You know? But now we're going to do this, and now we're going to go ahead and take a typically, it's the shoulder or the bike lane. This is a good escape route if you had to, but he's using the escape route to run away from somebody, not to escape an issue. This is kind of stupid. Oh, let's go ahead and read this real quick. Someone decided that he would fence the road with a thin barrier because he wanted to chase the horses away from the stud to the pasture. The barrier was thin and faded, and I did... Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh. Clotheslined. Oh, man. Right there. Holy crap. So I'm wondering if this is like a private road? I wonder if that's a private road or not. Well, no, because look, there's a sign. You see the sign on the right? Let's see. So Animal Crossing, you know, farm animals to the right. So that looks, I mean, this looks like a normal road. This can't be, yeah, this can't be legal. So yeah, look at this is government markings on the road. Government markings. Okay. So soon, I mean, it's gonna be hard to see. It's that motion-induced blindness when that object that you're going towards isn't moving, but you are, and the background's kind of moving. It's almost blending in. Barely saw it right here. Start trying to brake. Here's the thing, everybody. You can't swerve for this. It's literally like a tree across the road. So if it was a tree across the road, that's the more, you know, plausible thing that could happen. What do? You try to brake your best. You try to do some really good progressive brake pressure. You try your best here. And if you're going to hit something, hopefully you got full gear. This person has full gear, but man, that impact to the chest, there's no chest protection. In motorcycle safety gear, you have elbow protection, shoulder, back, knee, hip, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't have chest protection. So hitting this in your chest, oh man, you already know that you're gonna hit something and you're gonna crash. So hopefully you have full gear. But this, I'd be going to court for this one. I'd be so pissed.
This is one of the worst possible maneuvers where the driver fails to yield the right of way by crossing several lanes, testing the agility of the biker.
Agility of the biker. All right. So, side of the vehicle. Intersection. Whoa, multiple lanes. Wow. Great job, Where's Cam? Now, this is going to be a great example of slowing down and swerving at the same time. And then just going on with your day. I mean, it was a close call. It was definitely a close call. 82 Tony Pierre already sun behind the vehicle. I wanted to pause it right here because you notice how the speed limit over there says 40. Okay, so his speedometer is at least I at least see a 5 on the first digit. So he's already going 10 over. So realize speed could possibly be a factor. I'm not saying that's going to cause this whole situation. The side of the vehicle, the person crossing multiple lanes, illegal, completely illegal. But what we do here in class is we talk about, white, yellow, orange, red, brown stage. And then also what is our ego doing? What factors are we minimizing? We're doing all those things. So when we're speeding like crazy, okay, that's going to make it harder for other people to see us. And this is not too crazy. It's 10, at least 10 over, but still it's 10 over. People aren't expecting that, especially with motorcycle riders.
This is one
So,
of the worst possible maneuvers where the driver fails to yield the right
so right there, you can see it. So it says a 5 right there. I can't tell exactly. Maybe it's 55, so 15 over. So we are speeding, okay? So we are speeding.
of way by crossing several lanes, testing the agility of the biker.
So 52 right here. We see all of this. I'm just going to use my fancy coloring stuff. This is intersection. Class, what stage should we be? What class? What class? Class, what stage should we be when it comes to approaching an intersection? Okay, color code stages, everybody. White, yellow, orange, red, and brown. Should go into orange stage. Okay, so that means we're prepped and ready. We are rolling off the throttle, especially if we're speeding like this. We're going to roll off the throttle and almost coast through the intersection. Maintain throttle. We're not letting go. Okay, we're maintaining, maybe rolling off a little bit. So just in case we have to accelerate, we can. But we're not going super fast through it. Okay, we're not just accelerating through. We're covering the brakes, maintaining throttle, going down just a little bit in speed. We're finding escape routes. Remember, we're planning our ride here. So we're not doing that yet. We're not doing that yet. So in this big, scary thing, what we need to be concerned about is right turners and left turners, right, for intersections. All right, so as soon as you see that, okay, side of the vehicle, the person's starting to move a little bit. So I'm always, let's go ahead and look at this right here. So I'm always looking on this side when I'm approaching an intersection. Hey, Zito77 entered the giveaway and all the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm looking on this side and I'm looking right here. Like those are my primary areas of where I'm looking in this spot. Okay, so I don't have anybody here, nobody here. I'm not worried too much about anybody crossing the intersection going from the left to the right. All these people going straight, don't really care. I'm concerned about anybody turning right in front of me and anybody turning left in front of me. That's the scary part. And here's the thing, when you have big vehicles like right here, I know I'm not in the line, but if you have a big vehicle right here, it's going to block your line of sight to that left turner. So be very careful with that. But this right here is exactly what I'm worried about. Okay? So when you're going to an intersection, be prepared for this spot. Those spots right there. That's the priority. All right, so you see that side of the vehicle starting to come in your lane, not slowing down. Nobody's here, so no, I don't have to worry about this. Don't have to worry about that. But this I have to worry about, and he's already doing it. So what stage is he going into right now? Is it brown? Has he got little brown pants on? No. No, he's got red pants on. He's going to go ahead and do a red stage maneuver and swerve, but he's slowing down. So this is that thing I'm trying to tell you guys about. You can slow down to buy you some time. Okay, so right here, this is our total stopping distance before we impact. That's what we have to work with. We're not going to be able to stop in time at this speed. So if we can slow down. Uh-oh, not slowing down enough. Let's go ahead and start swerving. You might be able to buy yourself some time so that you can get away from this vehicle because that vehicle's moving. So he slowed down. He's still going, and he's like, I'm assuming this person's going to go in this lane and go that way. But you see how the side of the vehicle is still pointed? You guys ever hear about look where you want to go when you're on your motorcycle? You look where you want to go. Point the nose of the motorcycle where you want to go. What do you think this car driver's doing? He's pointing the nose where he wants to go. So you know which direction they're going. And he was able to slow down at least half the speed, because he was going 50. So we're slowing down, and this is now our new escape route right here. Okay? It's terrible, right? What is our escape routes? We can swerve left. We can swerve right. We can accelerate through to an escape route. We can also decelerate. Okay, so if we can't swerve left, because we're going to hit this right here, can't swerve right, because we're going to hit this right here, and this gap right here is closing, so it's a no buenos, all we really have is to decelerate, which is braking. So he did pretty good. Now, if he didn't slow down or brake and he tried to rev bomb and use the horn in the intersection, do you think he would have been able to stop in time? No. So the only thing that really saved him in this whole situation is being able to stop and slow down. So how many times have you seen right here honking and rev bombing and no actions? Just honking and rev bombing. Do you think he would have hit this person if he just honked and rev bombed? Look how close we are for just slowing down at half speed.
Man!
So take your horn and rev bombs out of your emergency kit, swerve and braking. Alright, so we're getting filled with potato. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Good U-turn. Good U-turn. Where's he going, though? That was a good U-turn. All right, so we're riding. We're going pretty fast. We don't have full gear on, no gloves, so we're not really a smart rider. Speed limit challenger, how you doing? Not really a smart rider. We are not acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment. We're somewhat aware, so we're seeking out and recognizing things, but we're not doing anything about it. So we're getting here. So we got lane position 2. We're enjoying the view. So lane position 2, lane position 1, and then lane position 3 right there. So we're in lane position 2. So we're just doing like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's coming to my lane. I got to swerve. So the, oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Honking, rev bomb, all those things doesn't solve any problems. Notice how you moved from lane position 2 to 3. That's going to solve the problem. This right here is the navigation of a threat. Plan your ride, position for safety, locate hazards, adapt to hazards, which is a simple lane change. But right here, it's a navigate a threat. It's a swerve at this point. So constantly plan your ride. But we swerved to the right. So he did good. Did good. But look how close we got. Look how close we got. You should position yourself sooner. You should seek out this hazard a lot sooner. Get yourself out of there a lot sooner. And just move over to the right. Find your escape paths right here. This right here, easily fatal if they got hit. So here's one thing I want to point out, though. He did a good U-turn. All right, he did a great U-turn. Typically, roads like this, let's say 20 to 30 feet. 20 to 30 feet for a small road to a normal road. 20 to 30 feet. Can you do a U-turn within 20 feet? Guess what? That's the blue box at the MSF. Can you do it? This is why you need to practice your U-turns. Not to chase anybody around, but so you can be able to do a U-turn within a road like this. Okay, you don't want to do 3-point turns with traffic if you have to turn around for an emergency. Did a good U-turn. You can actually tell he dropped his bike before. Look at his right lever. Let's take a look at his right lever. Come on. Look at that. Look, you can barely, can you guys see that? I know it has this on the bottom right here. You see how it's all bent up? Make sure you guys sign into today's class.
Comprehensible behavior of the driver who intentionally tried to cut the biker up and confront him.
Okay.
C5.
Cutting him off. This is pretty mean. I don't know what the issue is here. There's more than what we know. Road rage is not fun to be a part of. Step on his toes if you want. It's all good. Big man with sandals. Yep. What, are you gonna get in your car? Would have done that a little while ago. Just get out of there. It's interesting videos that we see all over. So he did that on purpose. All right, so red light runner. All right, as long as it doesn't hurt us, right? Okay, we just saw that today. We saw that same situation. Just because it's green doesn't mean you have to go. And here's the thing. So watch. As soon as it turns, he was already going because it hit that yellow. Okay, we're going. Okay, this is the moment we're going to enter into an intersection where we have possible path of travel violations. We can possibly get T-boned. we could possibly get everything. So when you get into an intersection, it's way dangerous than just staying in your lane. So we're getting an intersection and we already have people still in the intersection. I understand creeping out. I get that. But that's not what he's doing here. He's accelerating through and being like, why aren't people out of the intersection when I'm already here? It's like, dude, you already see it. You're already looking. Can't you see already? What are you doing here? Oh, and that's a great point. That's a great point. Take a quick look. The line of sight. You don't know what's behind this van. That's your line of sight. You don't know what's behind the van yet. You don't know if nobody's not going to go after the van. Okay, so there's that van, or there's the SUV that's going to cross our path of travel when we get closer and closer and closer. Don't do this. Please. Please don't be this type of rider. Please don't. Just wait for the empty intersection. Exactly, Doty. All right, let's go back. There we go. All right.
The biker was
Starring
convinced
it.
that the driver gives him the sign that he can go first freely. Unfortunately, another driver decided to object to it.
I think they can go into that spot too. That car just left that spot. So we're going to go. That wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me. I don't know what the issue is on that one. All right. Just wait. Are you going to do the same thing that you didn't like that he did? This is that mental attitude of, I should be in front because it was my spot. You took it. I'm going to take it back. Now we're going to fight for the spot because we both wronged each other in some way. And now I'm upset, you're upset. But they have a multi-thousand pound machine versus our 450, 500 pound machine. Great roundabout U-turn practice. That's pretty much all that was for. That was pretty dumb. I like the fact that he did let it go after a while. He let them know what was up. But here's the thing. Don't even worry about letting people know what's up. So one thing I like to do when I park my bike is I obviously like to point my nose out, but it's kind of the angle of this part of the road. It's sloped a little bit, so it's okay to pull it in this way because you can easily walk it back. But I always like to park it nose out. The only problem is with an angle like this, hopefully your kickstand has that locking mechanism like Harleys do, and would be able to, lock that side stand in place so it doesn't fall forward. But yeah, you could do whatever you want. It's just this is one of those things where you're starting to back out nice and slowly like a Flintstone. So you got to watch out for that. Thank you, Scarlett. So as soon as I saw that, non-issue, pretty good enough space. There's all these people that lane filter that are way closer than this. Non-issue for me. You can use your horn there or just chalk it up and be like non-issue. I listen to music, whatever. So we're going to get closer. And here's the thing. We're going to put ourselves in danger. He's upset right now. There's no center line or anything like that. We're going to put ourselves close. And we're going to do this. Now, this car driver, they could just kind of slowly reach out. Or not reach out, but slowly come closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and push us. Because take a quick look at where we're headed. Okay, you got the shoulder right there. You got the shoulder right there. We're like barely in the road. Could easily get hit. You can hit that curb. So, there's that curb right there. We're gonna get pissed. Let them know what we're doing. Just non-issue. A lot of these things are non-issues, guys. Don't you agree? A lot of these are non-issues. Now we're gonna be focusing a little bit more on training and stuff real soon. We're just doing a lot of the situational awareness to get yourselves situated, basically, on the road and looking for patterns. Don't do stuff like this. Don't add to how unsafe motorcycle riding is by doing road rage or chasing down other vehicles, okay? Oh, let's read what this guy has to say. Driver almost caused a motorcycle to crash when they pulled into the gas station without looking for or yielding the right of way. Inattentional blindness or motion-induced blindness, I'm already going to call it. I'm also going to call that this person saw it ahead of time, the side of the vehicle, and waited till the last second to do anything. Here we go. Let's see. I forgot what I was predicting. One thing that can't predict is somebody using something else other than a rock form mount. Grab yourself a rock form mount. Not using it, but anyways, we're gonna keep going. So we're gonna get into here. There's that side of the vehicle. You start to creep out. Assume that they're gonna keep going straight on that road. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. All right, so this person's definitely coming in. We should already be coming to a stop, so it's gonna be really easy just to squeeze it even more and more and more. Just remember that we're already squeezing the brakes to get to that stop sign, right? So we're squeezing, so now we're getting weight on that front tire. So all we have to do is squeeze more and more and more, and then we stop. So this is a decent emergency braking practice. This is kind of a weird area. They shouldn't be cutting across. It's just a weird. But good braking. Good braking.
This time
Def Yeah, he's Christian, definitely an orange stage. This is a pretty scary spot right here to be in, but he was able to do a good job. What do you think a hazard is here?
when driving, but a small mistake is enough to end it.
Okay, traction loss issue, possibly. I mean, snow. Oh, lost traction on that rear tire. He's got gear on. This is one of those things that you have to watch out for when you're riding on snow or any type of gravel or anything like this. So be very careful. We've got full gear, so we should be able to handle it. He wasn't hauling ass. He was riding with the environment in mind and did all he could do. I mean, it just happens, right? And here's the thing. Some people don't have cars, so this is their only mode of transportation in snow areas. So it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Pedestrian walks out. Okay. Whoa! Didn't see that.
God dang it.
Woo!
Never even seen that guy.
Yeah, didn't even see the guy. All right, so we're gonna be riding now. This is actually a pretty good headlight. All right, so we can't see very much though. So this is one of those scary things when we're out riding at night. Okay, our headlights aren't as good as car lights, and even then, it's hard to see pedestrians too. So you have to start orient yourself to where you're at. Are you in a neighborhood? What time of day is it? Is it usually when people want to walk around at night? Are you in downtown where there definitely is a lot of pedestrians? Start orienting yourself to wherever you're at. On the interstate, you really don't have to worry about pedestrians crossing the road. Okay, so you can probably chalk that out of your brain. But when you're in town like this, especially corner to corner to corner to corner, be very careful with that. We do have an intersection. Oh, no, that's not an intersection. Those are just lights. So there's that person. Last second saw him. So this is the moment I saw him too. So now I just perceived. Now I have to react. What am I going to do? Am I going to slam the brakes and panic brake? I hope you guys aren't doing that. I hope you guys are doing more of a swerve to the right because you do have an escape path and you can get yourself out of here. I don't want you guys slamming the brakes. You can slow down with progressive brake pressure, but if this scares you, what are you going to do? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what you're going to do when you're scared. So this is why you have to constantly practice and train your nervous system and your muscle system to swerve or progressively brake appropriately. Automaticity. You're going to develop habits to where you are swerving when you get panicked, or you're going to do really good braking when you get panicked. The thing that's never going to change is you panicking. That's always going to be like that. It depends on how severe of a panic you're going to be in when something happens. Your automaticity and then maybe even your conscious mind will be able to brake appropriately or swerve appropriately. So practice, 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 practice. Train like your life depends on it.
God dang it. Never even seen that guy.
All right, so we're at a light.
Those extreme situations where the biker has shown great patience. What's your opinion? Could he act differently in this situation?
All right, let's find out.
What is that? You just cut everyone off?
All right, man.
That's assault.
That's assault right there.
That's assault, brother. Who's talking?
Assault right there.
Who's talking? Was it that guy in the car?
Go ahead and
There's
give me your
nobody
tag
here.
number.
Okay, he's gonna get the tag number. All right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here? Don't encourage it. All right. Good U-turn. Great U-turn. Woo! Yeah, I don't know if there was a pillion on that bike. Did you see? I see a pillion, a passenger. I don't know. All right, so right away, what I want to say is that what he did was great. You know, you just kind of you follow along, try to keep your head as still as possible, so your camera picks up the license plate. Turn that into the cops. You already got her assaulting you. There you go.
This is one of those extreme situations.
Actually, it's
where
battery
he
at
has
this
some
point. It's not
limitations.
assault.
What's your opinion? Could he act differently in this situation?
No, I liked how he acted. I liked how he acted, Motostars.
What is that? You just
So there's a reason though why she got angry. Everybody, you understand that? Crazy people do crazy things, but most people are reasonable. So why is this lady doing this? Do you think there could have been something else? Do you think, because she's complaining that he's zigzagging, going through crazy stuff, and we're a ZX14R? I mean, do you think maybe we're filtering? And guess what? It says Arizona. So Arizona, it's not legal lane filter. So do you think there is something else that we might have done that could have antagonized us? She is not right. I'm going to tell you that right now. She is not right. She should not be doing this. And this motorcycle rider handled it perfectly. But let's just not do stupid things sometimes. All right? Lane filtering would piss some people off.
cutting everyone off?
So that right there, she should get some type of misdemeanor stuff. I don't know what all the laws are for that.
All right, ma'am. That's assault right there.
Just forget it. Just forget it. Hey,
That's assault right there.
just forget it. Just forget it. Idiot. Forget it.
So the just forget it guy slowly started fading away, and I think he was in the car. I think he was in that car. You see the window down? All right. So we're figuring out some of these things. He was able to follow and got the license plate. End of story.
Go ahead and give me your tag number.
Yeah, she acted like an idiot. He shouldn't be zigzagging in and out of traffic. Okay, you don't want to scare people, because that's the thing. Remember that when cars pull out in front of us, it scares us, causes us to be angry. When we just saw that with the dude punching the mirror, right? Right? We saw that with the dude punching the mirror, and he was acting like an idiot for almost no issue. But the thing is, the issue is he felt like his life was in danger. Felt like that person was doing something that wronged that person. Punched a freaking mirror, broke the mirror. This lady just smacked him with I mean, maybe the ring could cut I'd be pissed either way. But same thing possibly happened to her. This guy might have got close, might have did something that upset her. And this lady decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let him know what happened. She's not punching a mirror. She's going to let you know, though. So it happens both ways. It happens with a motorcycle rider, happens with a car driver. It happens with a human. Okay, human won't like it. So what can you do? Are you that kind of human? Are you a human that does this? Sounds weird when I say human like that. It's like, no, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I don't know any of this stuff. I just bark at people walking in front of my house. Christian, I don't know. I don't know it. No clue. All right, so what are we gonna see here? Bezos. Now, oh, uncommon thing in a common situation. Good job with the braking to allow. Hey, calm down, Motostars. Let me talk about it a little bit. All right, jeez. All right, so we're gonna be riding right here, going 65 something. I don't know if this is kilometers per hour. Not using a rock form mount. That looks kind of weird. Probably his phone fell out. Probably really upset having to go back. Go ahead and get yourself a rock form. So right here, you see that. Ooh, that's a no bueno situation. This person is doing some crazy things. That's that uncommon thing in a common situation there. Be very careful with that. Oh, that's definitely not right. So at this point, let's see what he does with that 67. Let's see if we can go ahead and slow it down a little bit. Because just like I always say, when you go into orange stage or when I'm in a restaurant, I like to sit back and I like to watch what is happening way ahead. What is going on way ahead? I'm going to let all the dum-dums settle whatever they're trying to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and get myself through. I'm not going to be a part of the whole dum-dum situation. So there's that side of the vehicle. We're barely going to 62, 61, 50. 57. That's all it took. Slow it down a little bit. We're able to see it. Now, hopefully this person doesn't run into this person. That would be kind of sad. Whoa, we're going a little fast here. What are we doing? Look forward.
The biker himself stated that he felt too confident that day, which luckily ended up only with a sprained wrist for him.
I don't know about a sprained wrist. I mean, when I see that mechanism, I'm thinking clavicle, left shoulder, neck pain from hitting your face. If you had a helmet, it's going to knock your head back, get whiplash. Definitely hands and wrist, possibly leg and left hip. That's what I see. I don't know. We'll see. 450 people in class. Make sure you click that like button to sign into class, because if you don't, you're not going to get credit for class. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. If you'd like to support the channel and be entered into the motorcycle gear giveaway, click the link in the description. Click the link in the comments and chat. All right? There we go. All right, so we're hauling ass. There you go. End of story. Don't do it. So we're going fast. We're looking at all the people on the right. Look at me. I'm passing you up. But what we don't recognize is what's really the thing that's going to hurt us. We have all these red lights. All these red lights. They're not moving, buddy. They're not moving. So where are you going? Your path of travel is going straight, but you're going straight into this. I think it's pretty easy to see for any, normal rider, driver, if there's brake lights up ahead, you shouldn't go into them. But why are we not doing the normal thing? How come we are doing this and not looking forward? It's probably ego, probably the fact that we're looking at these other riders, probably because we want to haul ass, because our mind isn't focused on safety. Our mind is focused elsewhere. Our mind isn't focused on where we're traveling. Our mind is telling us to get out of yellow staged and be white staged. We're zoned out, completely zoned out of what we're supposed to be doing. So it doesn't matter how good of a swerve we can do. Can you brake in time? Can you brake in time right here? Hey, you saw the squirrel, Steven? Can you brake in time? This is our total stopping distance. That's nothing. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We need to swerve. We need to get ourselves out of here. So when I tell you guys to position yourself for safety, part of the plan is I like being over on the line and on the line. And why is that? Because if I can't stop in time, I'm hoping it's going to be nice and easy swerve into this lane or nice and easy lane split in this situation. That's what I'm hoping for. Less movement on my part in an emergency is always better. Position for safety. Position for success. Okay? So but the main thing is you have to locate the hazard in the first place, or you're never going to be able to move out of the way. Because at the end of the day, you still have to do this little ziggle zag. You still have to do that. But if you're not paying attention, you're just going to go straight, doink, and that's it. So be very careful. Position yourself for safety. Look ahead. Yeah,
Stated that he felt too confident that
speeding and lane splitting is not a good thing. All right, what's going to be a big issue here? We got rain, low traction.
and scrapping your freshly collected bike.
All right, looks like a new bike. Nice little Yamaha. Nice, easy handlebar inputs. Watch out for the turns. They're always scary. Don't take them like you normally would. Don't accelerate too much. Yeah, he accelerated really hard. Look at that. Oh, no. It's a high side. That's a high side. It started off as a low side. See how he went up and over into a high side? Really dangerous for that right shoulder that he hit. Thankfully, he's doing okay. Just a little sore. There it is. Good, good, good. I never understood why it's so hard to pick up a bike. I mean, I get it. but I've never had an issue picking up a bike before. Never, ever, ever, ever. Motoloso, is this you? Yeah, it is you. Hey, Motoloso. Are you in the chat right now? Okay, so here we have Motoloso in the chat. This is the rider. How you doing? Okay, now that he's in class, I would love to know how you're doing. What happened? Tell me your input. Go ahead and type it out. I'll spend some time. I'll go ahead and spend some time to set up for the crash. There we go. So Motoloso, this is the perfect opportunity. He crashed. I want to know, just what happened with your input. I'm going to give my input. That's the whole point of this. This is an after action review. So you tell us what you witnessed, what you perceived, what you felt, what you did. And then I'm going to say what I think, because I wasn't there. I'm doing well, just taking it easy. Okay, good. So what do you think happened when it came to the bike? Why do you think you crashed? Fixing up my bike, replacing the fairing brake bracket. So he broke his brake bracket. Say that 10 times fast. I don't know why I said 10 times. It's hard to say even twice. We're just hanging out. We have the person here, everybody, if you're just now joining. The person's in the chat. This person right here. He crashed at a high side. I wasn't familiar with the bike coming from an R3 to an R1. Okay. So it's not the same throttle response, is it? You give it like 10% throttle on R3, 10% throttle on an R1 is a lot more power, isn't it? Especially if it's a different kind of bike, different tuning, the power bands, all that stuff. I don't even know most of that stuff. What I do know is that you don't want to give it a lot of throttle, especially with a wet environment. Okay, so Motoloso right here went into a low side, high side because of a turn on low traction, gave it a little bit too much throttle because he was coming from an R3 and going into an R1. He's saying just bad throttle control. Okay, so that's definitely a mistake because I don't think Motoloso wanted to crash his brand new bike. So it's a complete mistake. And this is what I want everybody to understand is that when we review these things, if we can pick apart ego and remove the emotion from the actual movement of things, the primary control, swerving, braking, all that stuff, then let's do that because we already know not to do the ego stuff and road rage stuff. So we can remove that from our list of things that we have to learn because we should already know that. But I like to remind you guys, one thing that we need to really understand is the throttle control, the traction loss, the power difference between an R3 and an R1. So thank you, Motoloso. Thank you. I appreciate it. Plus rain, loading, traction, couldn't control the bike, fishtailing. Okay. Perfect. So we're going to get up to here. So he's getting used to the bike.
Falling off and scrapping your
You see how you look down a little bit? I'm guessing Motoloso, but you look down is because you're not used to the primary controls yet. You're not used to where all the buttons are. It's a new machine, motorcycle familiarization. This is one of the things that I want you guys to do when you get a new bike. I want you to constantly go in the garage or wherever you park it, sit on it, and while you're pretend riding, reach for controls. And then look down. Okay, it's not there. Okay, it's there. Okay, it's there. And you reach for controls and get yourself familiarized so that way you're not having to do it out here. You know how many times I've had to tie knots blindfolded with full gear on without having to actually, be in an emergency as a firefighter? All the time. It's to familiarize yourself with it so that when it comes down to the scary and real life scenario, you're prepped and ready for it.
your freshly collected bike.
Looking a little nervous. It's okay, man. So we're going to go ahead and turn into here. And right here, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to go almost as wide as possible. Nice, wide, arcing turn. Before you start accelerating. Start accelerating right here, but nice and easy. This is all maintenance throttle up to here, just to get you through the turn. Don't accelerate, because remember, turning needs traction, braking needs traction, acceleration needs traction. So if we're in the middle of a turn, we're using traction that's very limited with the rain, and then we accelerate in the middle of a turn, it's just too much for our tires. Really glad you wore full gear. Perfect. Thank you for wearing full gear. You sound like a smart rider, just made a mistake. So it looks like you almost lost a little traction right there. You see how you cut it close? You could normally do that without any rain. Okay, so your tires are gonna grip that stuff really well. And there we go. So there's the acceleration. Pretty scary. I know you didn't mean to do that. Was it new tires too? A brand new bike, new tires? I'll go ahead and annotate later if it was. So we're gonna go ahead and now we lost traction. We fishtailed a little bit, but then we caught traction right here, and it's gonna launch us over. Okay, so it's almost like a leverage, slingshotting over. So we're gonna hit about right here. Very high impact, even at low speeds. So thankfully, he had gear on. So just take a look at where we're landing. Okay, they weren't new tires. Okay, so see how we're laying on the ground? So that means our right shoulder, right elbow, right hand, left hand, right hip, right knee, and then our feet, and then obviously our head. Those are all impact points. That's why we have full gear. So thankfully you had that. Low side and high side. Oh, that impact. I'm glad you're doing good, Motoloso. If I could gift you a membership, I totally would. Thank you for the insight. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, those look like motorcycle shoes. So you guys can actually get really cool looking shoes that have protection in them. Hope you're doing okay, man. That gear probably saved you from having a fracture, so you know you can repair the bike. All right, so supposedly this one pulled over and hassled for written. So I watched a little bit of this one. This one's interesting. Oh, there were Jordans. All right, we'll just say they were. All right. Remember, cops are acting in the line of duty right now, but they still have to follow the road rules. So it's a 30. Whoa, okay, slowing down, good head check, switch lanes. No. I know you could, I mean, you have every right to do that to a cop, but just realize you're going to get hassled. Which, it's an abuse of authority and power to hassle somebody just for doing that. It really is. But if you get, okay, he's getting pulled over. So if that happens, just do everything he says and take it to court. You have it on video. All right, guys. Go ahead and sit back on your bike.
What did I do wrong? No, what did I do wrong first?
I'm going to ask you one more time.
What's your name and what's your badge number?
I'm going to give you all that information.
I need it before you stop me. The California law says that you're supposed to provide your information and why you stopped me.
1247, the reason I stopped you is you made an unsafe lane change. You did not signal for more than 100 feet.
I did signal.
One. And you came up next to my car and started screaming and yelling. You're acting erratically. I'm going to make sure that you're not under the influence of drugs.
I'm not under the influence of anything. You almost caused an accident by stopping almost in the lane. You were doing 30 and went down to 23. For nothing. No, I don't. But I do know that you almost caused me to hit you. I have it on camera. I have exactly what you did on camera. You did it twice.
You reach out at me again, and I'm going to push you onto the ground.
Then why do you want me on the bike? Why do you want me on the bike then?
Because of how agitated you are.
Well, I'm agitated because you almost crashed into me, and then you're pointing at me, telling me you need in the lane when I'm already there.
All right.
And I used my signal.
All right.
I have it.
All right. If you guys want to watch the whole thing, go ahead and go to MotoStars. We have that linked in the description. I'm gonna go back to. Here's the thing. As a firefighter, as a public servant, this city of Coronado police officer is a public servant, so I understand where he's coming from, and I also understand where the motorcyclist is coming from. Now, here's the thing. I agree with the motorcyclist. I completely agree. So here's why. We're gonna go ahead and get up to here. So it's a 30-mile-an-hour road. So let's go ahead and see that spot right there. So 30 miles an hour. Now, we are going to see the brake lights. Now, he has a good space cushion. He's doing a great job. He could be slowing down here and not switching lanes if he doesn't want to, but he has an open lane right here, so he's going to take it. Anybody's going to do that. Anybody's going to do that, okay? So if you're a car driver, you would have done that. Motorcycle rider, you would have done it. So he slows down really hard, and he switched lanes. That was a completely okay thing. Switched lanes. The cop had the indicator and slowed down to do that to get behind this vehicle. Okay, all right, whatever. I got here first. Whatever. So he says he's getting mad, but then we do this. So we start yelling at him. Now that right there, I wouldn't have done. Okay, just don't yell. Just don't yell at people. We've already talked about that when it comes to the Karens out there in the world. But now we're doing it to a cop. But take a quick look at the beginning. Okay, when we talk about ego, we talk about attitude when we're riding. We're already in it. You can already tell. Cops, citizens, observing public servants. So we're already in the mindset of me versus you. I don't like that mindset. I like the mindset of I'm just on the road. You're on the road, I'm on the road. How do we both get home? That's all I care about. So if you already have the mindset of wanting to hassle a cop, maybe get them in a situation, you get your opportunity to yell back. Let's not do that. Let's just get ourselves home. All right, so he's going slow. He's doing whatever he wants. It's okay. That's it. The driver is the driver is the driver if it's a cop or not. Maintain your own safety. All right, so we're doing this. So he slows down. Okay, whatever. So we're checking our speed limit or what our speed is.
Slowing down.
So he's already annotating all these things. He's already perceiving it. He's highly situationally aware. But we're not using that for good. All right? With great power. Okay, anyways. 30 miles an hour. So there's the brakes. Great. We're going to do a head check. It says right here, I'm already moving over as he turns on his turn signal. The stripes on the road are 10 feet spaces between our 30. Okay, great. He's got a signal. So why don't we just stay in our lane? Now, what we did was an okay lane change, but why didn't we just stay in our lane? Because we kind of wanted to do this. Don't yell at people. Now, this whole situation escalates, I believe. There's just no reason to mess around with that. There really isn't. If you want to watch it, please go to Cops, Citizens, Observing Public Servants. It's up to you. I don't really care too much about this.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
Whoa, that's already it? No. Let's go ahead and watch this one. All right, Moto Stars, you got... Oh, this is Bike Life. Oh, he does like... He likes to chitty chat the whole time. We're going to go to somewhere else. Hey, Shade Tree? Nah, I'm good. Hey, there's me right there. Go back. Go ahead and go to the class. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. Let's go to Moto Stars. Let's go to... Let's do this one. There we go. We'll just power through this one. We'll skip all the bad ones. We did 99 lives earlier. Whoa, there we go. Jeez. All right, Sportster. Oh, check out this guy.
Looks
All right.
as though the driver was in a hurry as he was willing to hit the biker to overtake him.
All right. Whoa, situational awareness. Good job, man. You saw it. All right, so... Whew.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know. All right, I think that's all there is for that one. So right here, good situational awareness. Now, I used to have my mirrors down here. It's a little bit hard to see. You kind of have to move your arm a little bit out of the way to look at the mirror. So he saw that this car was coming up. So what do we do here? Boom. What do we do here? Do we accelerate or do we brake? What do you guys think? You know, are we already going, if it's a 45 and we're going 45, accelerating would put us out of the speed limit. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Well, in terms of safety, I'd probably still speed. I'd probably accelerate through and then go ahead and protect my lane a little bit more, get into lane position 2. And then if that causes anything and he wants to call my bluff, because at the end of the day, it's a bluff, I'm going to let him take my spot. I'll just pull over a little bit, let him have it. I don't know. That's what I would have done. But you guys can do whatever you want. You can brake. You can accelerate. It's up to you.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know, man. All right. Whoa! So we kind of accelerated into that. I'm pretty sure she already did her head checks. I'm pretty sure she did her head checks and she did her looking in her mirrors and stuff and everything. But as soon as we have the opportunity, we're gonna go over and accelerate. So there's our blinker already. So as soon as we see this, okay, what do we do? Accelerate and swerve like he did. So he did a great job. Just how do we prevent this in the first place? We take this opportunity. Why are we speeding up? If we're getting in the right lane to turn right at some point, why are we speeding up? To get past everyone, then to slow down hard. So we're speeding up hard, slowing down hard, speeding up hard, slowing down hard. Why are we doing that? Oh, it's a lot of fun on a motorcycle. It's a ton of fun on a motorcycle. So that's why a lot of people do that. But here's the thing, it's going to put you in danger in some areas. People expect motorcycle riders to drive like a car. They really do. And if you start doing that, you're going to be in a good position for safety. But the crazy thing when it comes to motorcycles versus cars, so if we drive like a car defensively, we actually have the opportunity to ride aggressively and get ourselves out of many more situations than a car driver. We just have the lack of protection. So don't put yourself in these dangerous areas by riding defensively, but then ride aggressively to get yourself out of dangerous areas. Okay, so roundabouts, intersections, orange stage. Great head checks. Just real quick. Side of the vehicle is always, it's, oh, horns don't do anything, guys.
GoPro. Listen, mate, I've got it on the GoPro. Yeah, mate, I've got it on the GoPro, but... Are you right? Yeah. Sure, yeah? Bit shook, yeah.
Yeah, that's all he cared about. The other guy's like, I got it on GoPro. It's not like he's gonna just take off. Well, you can never trust that. All right, so roundabouts, automatic orange stage. This area right here, let's take a look at this area. This area, this first area where people start to merge while we're already in the intersection, the roundabout, is usually the area that we have to watch out for. It's already side of the vehicles. You guys should already be prepped and ready for that.
Quite good visibility and a huge amount of time to react.
So good head checks. And then now we're getting into this area. We have to make sure that it's going to be clear for us to go on this road and none of these people are going to take our spot. So don't rush into it. Roll off that throttle just like we're going into an intersection. Okay, we have the honking of the horn. So we perceived an issue and we reacted with a horn. All right, cool. So we perceived the issue. So his situation awareness is great. His fundamental skill of announcing that there's danger or announcing that he's there is great. He's using the horn. But the thing is, this person's not going to see you, not going to hear you, doesn't matter. So you are doing your best. It's not going to do anything. I don't like the rev bombing. I don't like the horns when it comes to a red stage maneuver. I want you guys prepped and ready. I want you guys to find escape routes. I want you guys to swerve. I want you guys to do emergency braking. I want you guys to do something else other than take away a primary control and power to the rear wheel. I don't want you guys doing that. So right here, apply the brakes, straighten it up, apply the brakes, or accelerate through, get yourself out of there, swerve, do something else. This right here, we're just staring at it, and then we get hit. That doesn't do anything for us. It's not going to save our lives, honking the horn. There was an ample opportunity to slow down, let him in, or slow down and swerve, or just swerve, or accelerate and swerve, or just slow down. Again, I don't know, I think I said that already.
Yeah. Sure, yeah? Bit shook, yeah.
Alright, what's the big concern here? Line of sight, you can't see anything. Somebody's going to come out or go in or merge out in front of you. There it is. Good swerve, though. Good swerve. He did exactly what you should have done. This was a good video. This was actually a good video. It showcases a lot of issues. Okay. So right here, accelerating, though, is the part where I wouldn't be doing it. I would have maintained that speed all the way through. And then when it opened up, because people are leaving, that's when I'd get back in. So at this point, we're so complacent to this. We're complacent and we're telling ourselves, I've never gotten into an incident. I've never had a close call. I've never gotten a crash when I'm doing this. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just get this whole thing over with and accelerate through. You start taking shortcuts. You start removing safety for convenience. That's when you start getting into issues. So don't accelerate through this. Just maintain what you were doing earlier, but throughout this whole thing, because then you're able to brake in time. You're able to swerve in time. But here's the thing. He did a great job with his swerve. So at this speed, he was able to handle it. So he did good, but who knows? Just because you can handle it one time doesn't mean you're going to handle it again. Don't be complacent. Great swerve. Accelerate through. A little bit of a rev bomb. I wouldn't have done that. But that's fine. Now get yourself back into this spot. I know there's no cars coming, but still get yourself back into here. Yeah, check your pants. All right, same thing, lane filtering. Be very careful.
Dangers of lane speeding.
Open spot. There it is. You know, when I'm riding, I kind of go by the effect of, hey, I see that spot. Do you want it? Hey, I see that spot. Do you want it? Do you see that? Do you want it? Can I have it? I do that the whole time. I'm constantly like, hey, is it okay if I can have it? Can I have it? Do you want it? You get first dibs. Do you want it? I ride like that. And it's not how I drive. Not for the most part. Sometimes I'll just take it, but on a motorcycle, I'm in a position of I don't have a cage. All I have is gear, and I already know the limitations of gear. So when I see this right here, we're lane filtering, and I see this open spot right here, I'm more concerned that this person might want it. And so I'm going to go ahead and hover, probably like right here, and I'm going to be just like waiting outside of their spot because I don't want them to swerve into me. So I'm going to wait right here, and I'm going to wait until they want it or not. And if they don't, I'm going to move with a purpose and accelerate through. Okay? This is just one of those hazards you have to watch out for. So you have to watch out for this right here specifically. Big open spot right here. If you have a big open spot, anybody wants to go in there. We're trying to travel through here and look at where we connect. That's where we're going to hit. So always watch out for this big open spot. So burn this image into your head. I'll wait. Screenshot it. If you lane split, this is what I want you guys to be watching out for right here. All right, cool. He did a good job, though. He actually saved himself. Good braking and good movement. Did good. All right, lane. Oh, we're wheeling. Okay. Whoa, big group ride.
Where a nice ride ends in an accident and then an argument between the bikers ensues.
All right, big cluster. Uncommon thing in a common situation. That means somebody crashed. Slow down. Look in front of you. So donut, donut. Green means go, right? Hey, Mr. Donut Man, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
All right, whoa, there's something here. Basically, what happened is that the girl on the ruckus, so the girl in the ruckus is on the ground, rode into the guy that was doing donuts, and she caused the accident. What? He boyfriend got mad that his girl got hurt, and everyone else got mad at him because it was her fault. Are these the types of people you want to ride with? That everybody, this whole group, is going to get pissed at you and your girl for going on a green?
Oh, the ruckus. Hey! Stop news! Stop news!
Somebody's hurt. See, I don't understand this. I would like to understand it.
Oh, come on, man. You guys are ruining the fun.
Hey, who says a Grom can't handle two people? She's hurt. That's her right ankle.
Oh.
Yeah, how are you gonna rescue a rider? right, so what we're doing here at the firehouse, let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger right here, is I care about other riders and their injuries. And while trying to research, trauma kits, how to build my own, what I'm doing, what it is I need, the training I want to put behind it, I also came down to the idea of getting like this really big backpack with a ton of supplies for the sweeper and then maybe the captain. They carry it. But anyways, we're sourcing out some things. I got myself a whistle just in case. I'm figuring out everything. But that ankle probably has some problems. Get yourself a SAM splint so you can go ahead and splint it. But we're working on some things. These are things that I'm seeing how they work. I might be doing a training series based off of everything that's in here. But I'm working on everything. We got Coban, we got a tourniquet, we have trauma shears, got the Israeli bandage that I'm going to teach you guys how to use. It's green, so it's pretty much see-through. What else? We have a CPR mask. Very compact, one-way valve. Hopefully you never have to use it. But yeah, we got all this stuff right here. Trust me, guys, I'm working on all these things. Mercy blanket, so somebody doesn't go into shock, or if they are going to shock, keep them warm. You never know if you need it. This right here is compressed bandage. It's basically 4x4s you can cover and pack wounds and stuff like that. There's a lot more that goes into it. It opens like this. It's pretty water resistant. I'm going to test all these things out before I put it out. But we're seeing what colors are best. I got the whistle just in case you crash down a mountain. Remember that guy screaming for hours? The whistle's nice and easy to just a little bit of airflow. You don't have to yell. It gets a pretty high-pitched noise. But anyways, we're working on this. So when I saw her ankle, I was thinking right here, go ahead and support that ankle. We're going to get triangular bandages in here. We're going to get a bunch more stuff in here. I'm going to set this off to the side. But we're working on a trauma kit. We're working on a few things for you guys. And I just looked at the prices of trauma kits, and they're astronomical. Astronomical. But I wanted to work on that. We've been working. Trust, guys, it takes forever. Okay, it takes forever. Dutch dash cam, I don't know yet, but definitely cheaper than everybody else. And it comes with the training that we're going to give you. But I was thinking, like, in this situation, like, let's say this, okay, let's just say one of these people were the tail gunner in a proper staggered ride. So the tail gunners, or the tail is the guy in the back. What names do you guys give those people? In the back, I was thinking of a really big one, like a really big backpack with probably supplies for 10 motorcyclists. And that person's job is to be in the back. So if anybody crashes, they're going to witness it, or they're going to come up on it, and they have everything for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about getting that. Or making one. Guys, and that's what the Patreon's all about right now. We're giving away a bunch of gear. We're giving away basically my ebook. You get to have interactions with us. Matt and I were sourcing everything. We're trying to make it as cost friendly as possible, and it has to fit right in a saddlebag or your backpack on a motorcycle. But you support the channel by joining Patreon, by becoming a member, by subscribing, by liking. That helps out the channel, and it allows, advertisers to see us. It allows, maybe sponsors to come in, and maybe I can get a sponsor to pay for the trauma kits so that I can sell them for even cheaper. I don't know. These things I want. I want you guys to have these trauma kits and the training. We're working hard on it. But if you want to support the channel, it truly helps if you become a patron. All right, guys, you'll be entered into a motorcycle gear giveaway. We gave away $400 to first place, $250 to second place, and $150 to third place. We're going to hopefully increase it to $1,000, but it helps out the channel too. It really does. Plus, you get a whole bunch of other things. Check it out, guys, if you like it. And if you're on Discord, you get a Discord role that gets you to the crew lounge and everything. All right, I think we're just going to power through these. A lead and a sweep. I like the sweep. Hey, buddy. I love dogs. Hi.
Is the dog friendly?
Hi, little buddy. I always be careful with that. I just like to look from afar. What you doing? Yeah. He's your good boy. Yeah, it's your good boy. Yeah, don't. He's doing smart thing with his hands like this because you put your fingers out, they can grab it. All right. So what do we? He's gonna get into close call. Same thing, roundabout. Side of the vehicle. Be very careful with that. Very careful with that.
Recommendable
oh, road hazards.
Responded to this unexpected
road hazards.
help.
There you go. He's pulling over. Now I'd be concerned about anybody behind me. Anybody behind me, I'd be, there you go. Look back. Okay, cool. Nobody's coming. Put on your hazards. I would get off the bike. I would side stand it, get off the bike. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that the video? Come on, Motostars. We didn't need a guy waving the whole time. There you go. What kind of bike is that? Is that a bobber? He chopped it up. Oh, it's a Rebel. Is that a Rebel? Whoa, a little choppy there. A little choppy. Little choppy. All right, it's a little choppy. All right, we back. We back. There we go. I think we're back. I think that's about time for us to do a Q&A. I think we're having issues with this. Oh. So we're going to do a Q&A session. This is towards the end of the stream. I realize it's about 4:30. Make your way to the office. Boom, we're already in here. Look at that. Amazing. All right. So we're going to do a Q&A sessions towards the end of the stream. It's time to relax and have a nice chitty chat. Everyone crisscross applesauce up front. Here we go. Yeah, I got a little choppy. All right, there we go. Whew. So now's the time to ask questions, do your thing, just kind of having a good time. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Boom, boom. I love doing that implicit. I really do. Someone start a fire in the fireplace. Where? We have a fire. Oh, we do have a fireplace. Hey, nobody start it. Nobody start it. I'm off duty right now. This is the off duty time. All right. Why don't we ever get to meet Matt during a video? Does he not like being on camera? No. He's out there flying the drone all day, and he's cooking. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be on the show a little bit more often. You know, he's gonna be in the classes. He's on Patreon though, so we're answering all questions. So Wednesday here. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me get to the Patreon post. Got some new patrons, guys. Thank you so much. That's so cool. It's good to see. Let's get to the actual post. So the weekly Q&A. Let's go ahead and get to that. Let's go ahead and do that. And yoink. So the weekly Q&A. So this is on Patreon. So we have 416 patrons. Thank you so much. So the weekly Q&A, we already started getting some questions. I'm going to compile those into a PDF. So Matt's going to be answering a bunch of them. So if you have any questions about motorcycle safety, buy, sell, anything DDFM, we're going to answer them. We're going to spend all week answering them. So if you guys have any questions, please write them in here. And then we're going to have it as a nice handy PDF. So you guys can pretty much have a crap ton of good information if you just constantly download the weekly PDFs. And we're going to do another AMA there too. So for example, what should the next purchase after getting all 5 pieces of gear? You know, what does dealer fee or delivery fee mean when buying a motorcycle from a dealer? Now, I know you can Google all that stuff, but you're not going to get the information from somebody that actually does that kind of stuff. So it's really cool to see. Pretty cool. So Matt's going to be answering a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be answering a bunch of stuff. And that's just one perk. I mean, if you're on Patreon, you'll already have access to pretty much everything. And you get my ebook. And you're going to get entered in the gear giveaway. And you get a Discord role. And you get my syllabus for every weekly class. And I mean, it's just so much. We're going to be adding more perks. And the whole goal is to make whatever we're doing on Patreon, all the good perks, we're transferring it to our website right now. So on our website, we have a forums. It's not open to everybody yet. It's just open to me and a few other people. We're working through everything, alpha and beta testing everything. But we're going to have a forums. We're going to have a members area. We're going to have all these different things. So guys, it's going to be huge. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. Have you ever heard of blood bikes? Bikers giving up their free time to be part of time publics. Oh, blood bikes. Let's go and take a look at that. No, I have not. So blood bikes. Blood bike. Blood bikes. Are they like they do like blood donations? Okay, our members transport blood plate. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Well, I've heard of motorcycle missions. I've been thinking about joining these guys and maybe being a part of it. They're mainly builders and welders, right? But it's police, fire, military, EMS, and they work with PTSD stuff. So that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I've been thinking about working with them. But let's see what they're about is. That's a beautiful bike. Yeah, I've been thinking about working with them. The thing is, whoever I work with, I have to be completely 100% aligned with what they're doing, or I'm not going to do it. So until then, I'm just going to create my own. So I'm trying to give back with that gear giveaway right now. But that's interesting. I give blood every 2 months, every 60 days. I think it's 59 days I'm allowed to. My next blood donation, I have it on an app. I go through Red Cross. Anybody here go through Red Cross? I'm A+ blood. I wish I was the universal donor. I really wish, but I'm not. My appointment, March 9th is my next appointment. I just donated blood this month, like 2 weeks ago. See, there's Matt. We're gonna be answering more questions. Matt, we got more questions on the Patreon we got to answer, so we'll get to that soon. All right, sorry guys, I got distracted. So question, can normal car DMVs give out motorcycle permits? I would look up that DMV and see if they allow motorcycle permits, because some places don't have the practical training set. So there's only some DMVs, MVDs, wherever you are, that have the actual training spot, the practical spot. And that's basically the test at the MSF. Some places don't have that. So some places just are a building with no parking lot for the back and all that. So you're going to have to look up where to take your DMV test. So Google that through your state DMV, and then they'll give you where you can go. That's what I would be doing. Keep getting all these notifications. When travel can happen against Scotland's NC 500 near the top of my ride list. Ooh. A universal donor, I believe, is O negative, right? Is it O negative, guys? I know it's O something. The positive means you have the antibodies. I'm A+. For those looking for good, cheap gear, HWK is a good choice for jackets. Cool. All right, let's see. Okay, I plan to become blood biker. Cool. I mean, it's really cool to see these organizations, people wanting to be something, be a part of something. And if it's a good message, that's all I care about. Jay's from Jamaica. How you doing, man? How you doing? So today is date night. I wonder where my wifey is. Seeing what she's up to, seeing what she's doing. We're gonna go for bicycle rides. O neg. Okay, so O negative. Universal receiver, I think, is AB positive. Yeah, I think my wife is O positive. Joshua, see, guys, this is the Q&A session. Welcome to Zito. Welcome. Pledged. Zito became a patron. I think that's tier 1 right there. Good job. Is it safe to ride on a bad front fork? I'm going to tell you right now, it's no. One of the two forks has leaked approximately 75% of its fluid. Does this only translate to rougher rider? It's a safety hazard. So if your front suspension isn't working, if you hit a bump, it's going to either take too long to regain traction because basically the tire is up here. So you hit a bump. So here's the bump. So you hit a bump, and if your suspension stays up here and you're still having to go over here, it's not setting back down quick enough because you don't have good suspension. So it's going to go up here. So you lost traction for that split second or even for a full second. And that's not good, especially in a turn. So if you're in the middle of a turn, you hit a bump, your suspension is not going to work. And that means you're not going to have traction when you need to turn. You can possibly low side. So it is a safety hazard. It's not just a rougher ride. Remember, you hit bumps and turns, not just on straightaways. Straightaways, you could probably handle it. But on turns, that's pretty scary. You might be bottoming out. You might be having other issues. So I would get that fixed. I wouldn't be going crazy on turns. There it is. See, look at Matt right there. Motos with Matt. You got to ask yourself where all that fork fluid leaked onto also because fork fluid can eat things up such as brake pads, rotors, wheels, etc. See? An Israeli bandage. Let's go ahead and show you guys because it's in a package. Anything that we have in the trauma kit, we will be doing a training video on it. So we're not gonna just say, hey, have fun with the trauma kit, call it a day. So these are Israeli trauma bandages. So I'll show you. This is pretty much what it looks like right there on the top right. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. So that's what it looks like. 1 second. There we go. So that's an Israeli trauma bandage. Okay. So it's in a package because it's sterile. But I'll be pulling mine out. No, let's do that. Let's do this. So it's easy. It's elastic, so it creates a pressure on it. And then it's self-sealing basically when you use the clip. So it's basically an all-in-one system to control bleeding and then apply a little pressure. So when you have a bleeding loss situation, so you're bleeding right here. Okay, you got a nice laceration right here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put pressure on it. This hand right here that's holding it, that's its job now. That's all you can do. So you're literally holding pressure the whole time. So now if I had to hold pressure on myself and I'm bleeding, now I stop the bleeding, great. Once if I have bleeding on my left leg now, I can't do anything. So that's the point of getting bandaged with some pressure, applying it, boom, now it's holding it there. Now I can work on my leg. And it's also the same concept when you're helping somebody on the ground. You're holding pressure on their wound, but now that's your job. And they could be doing something else. They could be not breathing. Are you going to hold pressure the whole time? No. You're going to stop that bleeding, and then you're going to handle the breathing problem. So that's why I really like this, along with the S.M.A.R.T tourniquet and everything else. But yeah, so that's one of the things that we're going to have in there, hopefully. You know, that's what it looks like. It's in the bag. No. There we go. There's a few things we're gonna be working on, but that's what it looks like. All right, so it's over there. So we're also going to include some other things, but anyways, we're working on that right now. It's still a little while because I have to get the training involved on that. I'm not gonna just have it for sale and not have the training. So once we finalize what we're gonna do, I'm gonna create a training system around it. Yeah, it'd be no instructions included. And that's the thing is you don't want to be reading instructions though when you're in an emergency. You want to have like a reference chart. You want the training beforehand, and then it's just something to remind you when you're on there. Vicky showed that to you in class last night. I thought those were awesome. Nurk, so you took the accident scene management class? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Good for you. Guys, we have that. We have the online class in the description. Steel-toed riding Crocs. Not serious? I wonder if they're comfy. Any good overall gear that you would like to suggest? Also, Ninja 400, good bike for a starter. Yes. I would get it with ABS if I could. If I couldn't find without ABS, or if I could couldn't find one with ABS, then without ABS is fine. I would probably wait a little bit. ABS is just good to have. It's a nice safety net, but it's not needed. Um, Overall gear, any good overall gear that you would like to suggest? I had a list. I used to have a list, but now I just follow what Revzilla has to offer in their beginner gear list. And the reason why I like their list is because they give multiple options for different things. My list was mainly for cruising. It wasn't meant for like sport bikes and a few other things. So I went for more comfort, and sport bikes, they get the gauntlet gloves and they get these other crazy gloves and different helmets because they have different vision profiles. I like this. I sit upright with my vision. Sport bike riders are looking down like this, so they have to look through the top of their head like this, so they have a different visor profile. So I just follow that right there. It's the ddifferentcrew.com/beginner gear. There's like 5 different helmets, 5 different gloves, 5 different pants, 5 different jackets. All of them are pretty good. All of them are pretty good. See you later, Implicit. Have a great day, man. I can't wait to get my bike because of you and all of you help me as I'm in the UK. I'll need to find a class in DIY trauma kit, but thank you for your help. Hey, yeah, Finley, get some training, get yourself a kit, get some good practice. Don't be a statistic. Practice your situation awareness right now before you're even riding. But thanks, man. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Like gear you can put over your clothes. Yeah, so like a helmet, jacket, pants, boots, gloves. Yeah. What kind of gear are you talking about? Where can I find the link to purchase the trauma kit? Sean, I don't have it out yet. If you go to here's the thing, guys. Let's go to My Medic real quick. So this is My Medic. Just for the basics, $120. And this is what's in the basic. You get a thermometer and a bunch of band-aids. And then on the right, it's an advanced. So you got a chest seal, which is, for tension pneumothorax and a punctured lung. You guys aren't probably having to deal with that. You don't know how to do an MPA, so I wouldn't have you guys do that. You don't do MPAs on brain bleeds or skull fractures anyway, so you wouldn't even understand the contraindications. But it's $120 for a basic, and it's $240 for advanced. And there's that black one. I got the same bag. It's the same bag. I like doing OPAs. It's fun doing an MPA that slides right in, but it's really expensive. It's really expensive to get one. And I don't want that, because that right there, I mean, my whole thing is I don't want it to be expensive for you to get motorcycle training. I don't want it to be expensive for you to get medical training. I don't want it to be expensive for you to go to a class and learn situational awareness. These classes are free. You don't have to do anything other than, that'd be great. Robert over here with the 20 though. I want to see some biker waves. If you're a member, I want to see that biker wave for Robert, longtime member. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate it. I really do. But I don't want it to, when you price things out of people's budgets, they're not included. It's as simple as that. So if you price it in a way to where it's a win-win, because, my time and effort, I create the videos, I have to source everything, I have to hold everything, I have to pay for everything and then sell them in business. And then you guys get what you need for a lower price. It's like everybody wins. Everybody wins. At the end of the day, what I care about is you have a kit. So if you see a crash, you help somebody. That's it. How do I get that into the hands of as many people as possible? Yeah, for JB, you can build a better kit than that. So if you spend $120 on that kit, you got a kit. If you spend $120 on a bunch of materials, you can make a way better kit. You're just gonna have a crap ton of materials, and you spend $120. So that's the problem. I don't want people spending that much money on a good kit. So I'll build some for you guys, and I we'll see what it kind of comes out to. That's what we're sourcing right now. We're trying to find good quality materials for a good price. You know, that comes with bulk and it comes with inventory, so it's kind of scary. So it's a risk that we're gonna take. Robert, thank you. I'm gonna have a brewski. Whew. Yeah, it was mostly band-aids in those things too. All right, guys. I think it's time. Before it gets too dark, I'm gonna have a nice little bicycle ride with the wife. We were gonna grab a beer because of Robert, so I appreciate it, Robert. Thank you so much. We're gonna grab ourselves a nice beer. You can still get a DUI on a bicycle, so we're gonna be very careful with that. But guys, we're gonna do this again on. I think we're gonna do it Thursday. We're gonna do it Thursday. You know what? Before we leave, I want you guys to. I'm gonna go ahead and put. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek on tomorrow's video. So before you leave, Jonathan, welcome to the crew, baby. I think you. Whew, thank you so much. I'm gonna give you the link to tomorrow's video. Don't tell anybody, okay, guys? Don't tell anybody. I'm giving you guys a link for tomorrow's video. Since you guys made it to the end of the video, I haven't even done the thumbnail or the chapters yet. So you guys are gonna see a sneak peek. So you guys can be the first to comment. It's the video in the chat right there. So you guys can go ahead and take off now. I'm just gonna go ahead and head out. Thank you guys so much. Don't tell anybody. You guys have been an amazing crew. Thank you so much. Go ahead and watch the video. You can take off now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave too. All right. The Discord is right here. This is the normal lounge. So if you're a crew member or you have you're a patron, you go to the crew lounge, and here we are, the crew lounge. Let's see some winkies. I like Mr. Bean the most. Dodie, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We're probably gonna do bicycle videos for funsies.